Less than a year away from graduation, Joy is too busy overachieving to be worried about relationships. She is determined to be Caldwell Prep's first disabled valedictorian, and she only has one person to beat, her academic rival, Nathaniel. But it's senior year and everyone seems to be obsessed with pairing up. One of her best friends may be developing feelings for her, and the other uses Caldwell's anonymous love letter writer to snag the girl of her dreams. Joy starts to wonder if she has missed out on a quintessential high school experience. She's asexual, but that's no reason she can't experience first love, right? She writes to Caldwell Cupid to help her sort out these new feelings and, over time, finds herself falling for the mysterious voice behind the letters. But falling in love might mean risking what she wants most, especially when the letter writer turns out to be the last person she would ever expect. Here is a preview of Love Letters for Joy by Melissa C. My best friend, Valentina Ramirez, has been relentlessly tapping my shoulder for the past 3 minutes and 47 seconds, all because of this single sheet of paper that's figuratively burning a hole in her galaxy print backpack. Normally, I enjoy her enthusiasm, just when it's outside of school. I adjust my circular tortoiseshell glasses and turn toward her, despite the fact that I can't afford to be distracted, especially not on the day before holiday break begins. We may still have 6 months left until we graduate, but the competition between me and Nathaniel Wright for valedictorian is tight, within tenths of a point. There's absolutely zero margin for error. Nathaniel has been my undisputed academic rival for the last 4 years. We've also run the Caldwell Science Society together. He is the president and I am vice president, and it's the only time we are remotely civil to each other. Joy, Valentina whines, leaning against her locker, her curly brown hair splaying out behind her. I need to give Yasmin the letter today, or my plans for an epic, touristy Christmas time date will be ruined. What should I do? Valentina has had a crush on Yasmin Crawford since Pride last summer, and she has finally worked up the courage to write to Caldwell Cupid, the anonymous student who spends all their free time writing love letters on behalf of the besotted at Caldwell Preparatory Academy. She received her letter before she was even out of her apartment this morning, so she has been a bundle of excited nerves ever since. Give her the letter when you see her in AP Biology? I heft the straps of my rose gold JanSport, wincing at how weighed down it is. Valentina used to make fun of Caldwell Cupid with me, but lately she has been obsessed. It seems like the entirety of Caldwell Preparatory Academy is actually. Everyone is so wrapped up in romance in a way that I understand from a scientific perspective, but have little interest in otherwise. Do I even want romance in my life? I'm on the side of the asexual spectrum that declares I do, but as I'm in the running to be the Academy's first valedictorian with cerebral palsy, school comes first, so I've pushed it aside. I know that, Valentina bursts, pulling me out of my thoughts and pushing her translucent blue cat's eye glasses farther up the bridge of her nose. But how? We'll see Yasmin soon. Our other best friend, Luca Sapienti, says, walking up to us, I just saw her talking to Vikram about that cheerleading competition they have in January. Maybe use that as your opener? He drapes his arm across my shoulders, pulling me into a hug. Luca and I have been friends since we were 6 years old, when my moms and I moved in across the hall from his family. Luca, Valentina blinks her luminous brown eyes at him. Could you give Yasmin the letter for me? Nope. He pops the P on the word. I think you need to do this for yourself. It wouldn't mean the same coming from me. Joy, she turns to me, could you? I love you, I say, gently laying my left hand over hers. But what logical sense would me giving a love letter to the girl you have a crush on make? My fingers spasm, but since the three of us have been best friends for over a decade, it doesn't make me self-conscious. Joy! Nathaniel's voice rings out through the hallway, practically making the spray of freckles across my nose go pink from embarrassment. Good morning! Luca and Valentina smirk at me before stepping aside. My friends like to joke that Nathaniel and I are secretly in love with each other, and that our competition for valedictorian is, quote unquote, fueling the passion. They couldn't be more incorrect, but I humor them anyway. It's easier if I just play along so that it's over faster and we can all get to class. Morning, Nathaniel, I reply, as good-naturedly as I can muster. Nathaniel strides over to me with long legs. Gorgeous enough to be a model, he has sky-blue eyes, a head of gold curls, and a jawline that could cut glass. He could have anyone he wants, an overly enthusiastic cheerleader, or the captain of the football team, perhaps. But he's never actually dated anyone that I know of. Are you ready for our final meeting before break? He asks loftily. Mr. Bauman wants us to lead a discussion on cells, remember? Of course I do. I look down at my gray pleated skirt, plum-colored blazer, white dress shirt, and the tie Mama fixes for me every morning. I'm the one who suggested the topic. Nathaniel's grin falters the slightest bit. Only because you got a better grade than me on the paper about cellular structure. He's well over 6 feet tall, so he bounces on the balls of his feet. His body tilts, shadowing my decidedly shorter frame. You wanted to rub it in. It's okay, I mutter, my lips twitching. You can admit that you're jealous of how I got a better grade than you. Joy. Nathaniel slowly stops moving his feet, placing his hand over his tie. Are you suggesting it's my fault that autosave malfunctioned and deleted my notes on cellular structure in the first place? No. My left hand twists into a knot, and I raise it up near my chest. What I am suggesting, however, is that my understanding of cellular structure far surpasses yours, and you just won't admit it. Nathaniel's mouth drops open, and he staggers backward. I didn't come here to be insulted, he grumbles. No, just to insult me, because you can't stomach the thought that I'm better at something than you are, I retort. I only came over here to tell you I'm going to be late to club today, Nathaniel continues, as if I hadn't said anything, but only by a few minutes. I have a meeting with Miss Gupta to go over my academic progress. He raises one eyebrow. Are you meeting with your guidance counselor too? I'm meeting with Mr. Moses the first week back. Each vertebra of my spine clicks into place as I straighten my back. But my academic progress is excellent. Mine too, Nathaniel replies smoothly. I'm only meeting with her to... What difference does now versus January make? Valentina asks, eager to have something besides her love letter to grasp onto. It's the last day before break. Come on, be realistic. Nathaniel and I gasp, placing our hands over our hearts. Every day of school matters, we say in unison as the bell rings. Come on, I mumble, my cheeks warm. Let's go to class. When the four of us head upstairs to the science wing, Luca and Valentina look at me, their eyes gleaming in anticipation. Anticipation of what, though? And this has been a preview of Love Letters for Joy.